Scottish Mike, Hawkeye the new Jimmy, put a fucking stitch in it. Good morning, welcome in, buddy. A little bit cooler this morning, by about 4 degrees, but it is spitting with rain. I need to put my hat on as well. Firefighter Brad, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, mate? Awesome sauce. Good to see you as always, Brad. Nice easy day today, no messing. I've spread myself all over the shop. Firefighter Brad. Ooh, there's a cob road down there. It's parked up. Anyway, can you see it on the right hand side? What's happened there? Strange, doesn't look like an old car. Danny Lancaster, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Thank you, Mikey. Maria, good morning. Daddy, I'm on the way to work, buddy. I am the TikTok milkman. I do doorstep deliveries. Once we've done that, I do 6 newspaper rounds. So we're just off to the depot to get the van loaded up. Should take me about 10 minutes once we get there. Daniel, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, man? Very nice, UK Jenny. Come on, lights. Maria, you were on both lives yesterday. Oh, it does me head in, Brad. Those traffic lights, they seem to be out of sync for me to get all the way around. Righty guys, I'm gonna get this van loaded up. Bear with me for, oh fuck, I forgot. We didn't go back to the depot yesterday, I've still got the empties on. Let's just whiz these off. I'm going mad. Right, now we'll go and load up. Let me get my hat on. Right, here we go. Turn around every now and then, old farts. Yeah, it's just shit that they're throwing away there, Maria. They get a lot of waste because they're crap at doing their order. Not really any different to what I do, just a slightly bigger scale, but they still fuck it up. It's because nobody gives a shit. Right, now we can load up. Right, I'll be back in a rolling mo. Right then, where am I going to put this? Bit at the front. So annoying. Luckily, because the yard was empty, luckily Paul's just turned up and let me in the fridge, because yet again they've got my order wrong. I've sent him a picture of the recce, he's copied it out onto a fresh recce, he's written that I wanted 25 pints of skimmed, and then he's left me 15. Oh, this place pisses me off. Nobody gives a fuck. There's no attention to detail. They don't care whether they do their job right, and it boils my piss. So yeah, lucky Paul was there. Now Paul, back in the day, I'm talking 30 odd years ago, a touch more, he used to work for me. We took over a milk round, and that's when my work was at its peak, and we took over his whole milk round. Well, I took it over, and he used to come and work for me as rounds cover back in the day when mum and dad were off, but I'm talking 30 years ago. Chasman, how's it, my brother? Welcome in, buddy. It's shit, Maria, but it is what it is. Hey, Chominator, my man, what up? Welcome in, buddy. James, good morning. Gawain, good morning. Thank you, buddy, for the coin. Just trying to go back and just make sure I catch up with everybody. I think everyone's here. I've said hello. Right, you've all been chatting for ages. I've gone back far enough. But yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm 10 minutes late out of the gate, to be honest, James, because of that fuck arsing about, but it is what it is. It doesn't really matter today. And if I can cut out coming back to the depot and just get straight on the papers, I'd prefer that, to be honest. Big love to you as well, Chaz, man. Good to have you here, buddy, as always. We just need your line app now so we can get you involved on the video call at the weekend. Walter, yes, our distinguished gentleman. Good morning. Welcome in, Walter. Right then, onward, McDuff. Let's go. Spitting with rain today. Look at it. You're always big bimping, Chasman. But yeah, look, we've got rain. Is it going to get worse, or is it going to dry up? Who knows? Just glad it's a little cooler. Let's go, Chasman. I've got to wake up. I'm not going to lie, I'm not in the mood this morning. I need to wake up, so let's get crack-a-lacking. No, some of us, it just comes natural to, Chaz, you know what I mean? What is this sorcery, Chominator? We haven't seen rain for months. Fucking magic. You can say black magic these days, but I consider rain now. Flake brigade. The roundabout. People that stamp on their brakes, they piss me off. You're going to come to a near stop even though I can see behind you that the road's clear. Ugh. It's not that wet, Joe, to be honest. As much as it's raining, it's kind of trying its hardest not to. Which is normally the other way around. It can't wait to piss down. Right, it's going to take me a while to get my head going. I'm fucking knackered this morning. You did, Chaz, man. Now, you didn't see him accelerate, Showmanator. Tell you what, the old legs feel stiff this morning. Fuck it, I'm taking me painkillers now. I can't be arsed waiting. Man, I'm getting fucking old. Nah, he whizzed off like a motherfucker eventually, Cho. When I was behind him, otherwise I would have overtook the bastard. You got proper rain, Walter. This isn't proper rain, it's just spitting. It's like it wants to, but it can't get going. Thank you, Chazman. Yeah, boy. Is that right, Joe? What used to piss me off on 4s of 4, ram the cars and bounce into them and shit like that, but if you chose to be filthy, yeah, they would cheat. It's easy for them to fishtail you off the road rather than the other way around, you know. there's a few of those kind of guys on TikTok, Chominator, doing the bus driving and lorry driving and stuff. Because there was a time when Hayley used to watch one. A young lad doing his bus driving. She used to love it. Thank you, Mikey. It may have even been that Hayley used to watch Cho, but there was this one young lad on TikTok that she used to watch all the time. I mean, I found it quite boring, but she loves it. Right then, let's go. Convoy, Convoy. What a great film. Back in the day. Raven, good morning. No, to be honest. I didn't mind Massive Attack, Chominator, but that was about it. Raven, correct, yes. The clue's in the title. Right, onwards. Hopefully, it won't get any wetter than this. Maybe it'll piss it down when I've finished work, who knows. Good morning, Raven. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, man? You know it, Chaz, man. Oh, fuck that, Chaz. Be asked. Fucking hell. What's that, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit? Get fucked. I can't wait for the autumn. It does indeed, Raven. We're still going. We're still a thing, just about. And we'll get it, Chazman. We'll get the rain eventually. Just gotta grin and bear this shit hot weather. But autumn's on its way. Which is my favourite time of year. I love it. I love the autumn. Love Halloween. Love doing all the pumpkin carving, etc. that me and Hayley do when we can be asked. You know what, Raven? I can't be arsed answering stupid questions, to be honest with you. Same reason everyone gets other shit delivered. Exactly the same reason. So they don't have to go and get it. It's a simple answer. Fucking, why do people bother? It's like fucking speaking to 3-year-olds sometimes, I swear to God. Right, let me get my lamp on my head. You'd have been better off buying a push bike, Chominator. Makes me laugh, people that buy exercise bikes and treadmills. Just go out for a run or go out for a cycle. It's a lot harder if you go out and do it on the road. It's a lot better for you. Right, let's turn around. I'd love to get into cycling again, but I got bored of being on my own because I used to go out for a good while back in the day. Ah, shit, yeah, sorry, Cho, forgot about that. Yeah, but the problem is, Maria, that's why people don't bother using their exercise bike, because it is easy to just get off and stop. And you're better off on the road. But yeah, I forgot Cho's condition. Because obviously we don't actually know each other in real life. And then I forget things. Right, onward. Let's go. I don't know, Cho, to be honest. I kind of want an EV bike for the opposite reason. So it does fucking pedal. But yeah, I used to go out and cycle 40, 50, 60 miles back in the day. In my sort of mid to late 40s. I kind of got into it. I wasn't particularly quick, but I'd do the mileage, you know. And I often used to cycle to Betws and back, which is 42 miles, I think. It used to take me about 2.5 hours. Or I'd cycle to Conway, I'd go over Sucknam Pass, go down through Clavervecken and Pemmermower, come back on the coast road on the cycle path, and then I'd cycle round the Great Ormond home. That used to be about 32 miles, if I remember right. Cycling's the best, Cho. Very nice, Raven. Cycling's the best. You know, it's hard to get out of breath. You're travelling through the wind, so you don't really get that sweaty. Yeah, you don't notice the calories that you're burning. And it's zero impact on the knees, you know. One reason I used to enjoy it. Now, I used to be Chaz, man. Not anymore. I don't do any extracurricular exercise these days. I don't really play any sports. You know, I'm nearly 60 years old. I mean, how much more do you want me to fucking do? You know what I mean? On top of work. Yeah, I enjoy swimming, but I couldn't do it for a sport or to train. Chaz, man, I do enjoy swimming. Yeah, I couldn't get into it like that. Awesome sauce, thank you, Chominator, my man. But you have to be careful with your condition, Chominator. That's what Hayley's granddad had, emphysema. Exactly, Chaz, man. Yeah, exactly, Chominator. You got to push yourself as hard as you can, mate. So I don't know any other way. Me, when I exercise, it's kind of go hard or go home, you know what I mean? Hey, whoa, whoa, Julie. Julie Ravioli. Good morning, Julie. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, man? So I just tidied up the nuisance from earlier. Morning, Julie. Welcome in, buddy. I'm not Welsh, no. I just live and work in Wales. I'm not Welsh at all, I'm English. Right, let's just mark that one off as paid. And we continue. Still no word from Sammy, Julie, although she did leave a comment in the line group yesterday. Still no word from her. And she's not been on the live all week. So I don't know whether she spoke to you or not. Anne-Marie, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. And she's still not got back to you, Julie. I wonder what's going on with her. More than a feeling, more than a feeling. Boston Mike, my man, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. As far as I know, Maria, she's fine. She commented on the group yesterday, but she's just not been on the live or anything. The line app, Julie, she's not been on the live all week. Thank you, Chominator, my man. Mad Acoustic, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. You know what? I was going to play Shaking Stevens yesterday, Julie, and then I forgot. You weren't on the live, but I just thought, oh yeah, I did say I was going to play it, and I still haven't. Maybe I'll try and remember to put it on today. Chominator, my man, thank you. All right then, Chazman, you take care, buddy. Have a great day. And thank you for your support as always, my man. Don't forget, guys, these super stickers, super chats. Please jump on them. And give Chominator a like, please, guys. Take care, Chazman. Always, Chazman, the hustle's always strong. I don't drink coffee, Raven, I don't need it. I'm full of energy. I'm actually quite fit for my age, shall we say. But no, I don't drink coffee, I don't like it. I don't know what that news is, Mad Acoustic. I don't know that person. Thank you, Scottish Mike, my man. don't know, I don't get it, Chominator, because I don't like coffee, so I don't need a boost when I get up. I might be drowsy or not in the mood, but I'm still got stupid amounts of energy. It's very difficult to wear me out physically, you know. Which probably explains why I've gone so long without time off in such a physical job. No, I'm not a fan, Julie. I like the smell. I love the smell of coffee. I don't like it though. Well, it depends how much caffeine you're having, Raven. Ooh, look at you, healthy boy. I'll usually have 2 cups of tea, and that's literally the only liquid I get in me. I don't really drink a lot of liquid. I never have done. Even at the height of my drinking alcohol after work, I'd have my 3 bottles of cider, so that'd be like 1.5 litres of cider, and that'd be it. I wouldn't have another drink all day. Hey, Clayton, my man, bourbon for the rest of the day. Fuck that. Who's this little knobhead here? Look, young lad wobbling round. I don't think there's a great deal of caffeine in tea, Cho. But I usually have a cup of tea with a biscuit and a cup of tea with me dinner. Sometimes I'll have 3 cups of tea. Mostly I'll have 2, so like 1 litre of water. I don't have milk in it, it's black tea. But other than that, that's literally pretty much all I drink, apart from a sip of Vimto or a bit of chocolate milk at work. I don't really get dehydrated, although my piss would argue that I do. But I've never been one for liquidating, shall we say. I don't know, Cho. Raven, I don't understand the cold beverage thing with cold tea and ice cold coffee. I don't get it. I don't like the flavour enough to drink it cold. I like it hot. Preferably after about 5 or 6 biscuits. I just don't like hot beverages cold. I'm a little bit weird like that. I've never understood it. Plenty of brass round here, Raven. That sounds lovely, Julie. We were naughty. We ordered an Indian takeaway. Yeah, I'm not a fan, Cho. I can't drink it cold. I literally cannot. I don't like the tea flavour enough. mean, even if it's leathered with sugar, I still wouldn't like it. Yeah, oh, he's a growing lad, Julie. Nice one, Julie. I'm actually not hungry for once today. We ate quite late last night, sort of 9 o'clock, 9:30. And yeah, we were naughty. We both stuffed ourselves silly last night. Right, let me have a quick look at the book. We'll get crack-a-lacking again. Yeah, boy. Right, we continue. I love a good old Scotch egg. My name's Cho, but annoyingly, they're drier than Gandhi's flip-flop when you buy them, you know what I mean? But I do love a Scotch egg. It's one thing I've never made. I got a recipe for it, but I never made it in the end. I've done pork pies. You know, I've made those, I've made quiche, I've made all sorts of stuff, but I never got round to a Scotch egg. And I always wanted to. Maybe when I retire, I'll become a Scotch egg expert and get them runny on the inside. I want to take my jumper off because it's, you know, it's mild, but because it's spitting rain, I'm not gonna. See how we go. If this rain packs up, then I'll probably take my jumper off. So I'm too hot, makes me slow down when I'm overheating. Oh, rubbish, Julie, rubbish. It's 15 degrees for me. So it's cooler where you are, Mikey. But then again, you're up north, aren't you? It's t-shirt weather, but with it spitting rain, obviously the water's cold, so it just makes you feel cold. So I'm not going to quite take my jumper off yet, but the chances are I will in a bit. Yeah, same here, Scottish Mike. Although I'm not as bad as I used to be. Yeah, we don't have that over here in the UK, Raven. Sadly, we have to pay for it to be fitted if we want it. I need to get my aircon recharged in the van as well because, yeah, it's just blowing round recirculated warm air at the moment. Right, onward, Macduff. Yeah, it's a bit convoluted, that area, Raven. I've already looked into it, it's not that simple. Let's go, Mikey. See, the thing is, a lot of these portable, or in inverted commas, portable air conditioners, they're not air conditioners, they're air coolers. They're not powered by gas with a condensation exhaust port. They're air coolers and they're shit. Private Pandolf, reporting for duty, 10 hut. Morning, Pandolf. So, we've got most of Walter's Angels in. We've got Lynn, we've got Maria, we've got Julie. We're just missing Samantha and Kelly. Yeah, Walter's Angels representing. He's there somewhere, Julie. He is in. He said hello earlier. So Walter is here. Right, onward, Duff. Let's go. Don't forget, guys, double tap that screen for me. Like and subscribe. Help the channel. Help the live. Let's go. Yeah, Walter is here somewhere. I don't know how much attention he's paying, but he was here earlier. Yeah, the problem is those are hard to get hold of, Raven. And the trouble is, a lot of these advertisers for these, in inverted commas, air conditioning units, they're air coolers. They're not air conditioning, but they're advertising them as air conditioning, and they're not. And they will not make your room go cold, trust me, because I've got 2 of them. And they're shit. The ones powered by gas with the hose out the window, the exhaust port for the condensation, they are air conditioning. But they're hard to get hold of. And yeah, the advertisers, they word it. And it's convoluted on purpose to confuse you. So you think you're getting an air conditioning unit, but you're not. All good in the hood, thank you, Anne-Marie. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about, Raven, because I've been looking into it a lot. And yeah, the way they word things is very naughty, making you think you're buying an air conditioning unit when you're not buying one. You're buying an air cooler. And to be honest, air cooler technology, it's fucking shit. No, it doesn't, Raven. If you go and look, you'll see that most of them are air coolers. Trust me, I've looked into it. I've spent bare time looking into it. Correct, Chominator. They advertise them as air conditioners, and they're not. They're air coolers. Trust me. They are deceptive, Lynn. It's naughty. If I'm not mistaken though, Cho, the BTU rating, that rating is the size of room that particular model's recommended for. The BTU rating, I don't believe, has anything to do with how cool the unit works. You know what I mean? Dream on, dreamer, life gets in your way. And the more BTU, it's telling you that it can cool a bigger room. You know what I mean? Well, that's the way I understood it anyway. Mole Station, good morning. I'm not going to pronounce that the way you probably want me to. So we'll just say Mole Station. No, they're fucking dog shit, Cho. I've got two of the fuckers, they're crap. No, I know that, Raven. You've explained. But I'm telling you about what I've looked for and what I've found. It's false advertising. They're saying they're air conditioning units and they're not. They're air coolers. It's naughty. The whole thing's convoluted. It needs clearing up. Because I've already bought two. And they're not air conditioning units. And I've been had off. So I'm sort of loathed to buy another one. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, Raven, I'm going to get off the subject because you don't really sound like you're listening to me. So I've explained enough now. So I'll just get off the subject. Right then, onward, we continue. Maximilian, my man, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, mate? Ah, it's spitting with rain again. Oh well. Awesome sauce. Great to see you as always, Maximilian. Thank you, Mikey. They're all good and hood, thank you, Lynn. I gave Hayley a nice big kiss before I came to work. She was up and about in the kitchen. So yeah, I had a nice little kiss, a little squeeze of a bare butt cheek, and then off to work I went. Right, onward, Macduff. We continue. Let's get over the hill. Get crack-a-lacking. Oh, this fucking cunt again, look. Right, onward, we continue. Onward, we continue. Thank you, Lynn. Cheers, buddy. Right, let's get these last couple done and get over the hill. Right then, let's get these last three done. It's my birthday on Monday, Raven. 56 years young. Didn't think I'd get this far, if I'm honest with you. You're a bit older than me then, mate. But yeah, I'm 56 on Monday, and then my mum, she's 81 on Wednesday, 2 days after my birthday. So we've invited my mum and dad round. Papa and Mama TTM, they're coming round this weekend. And I'm either going to cook for them or we'll have a takeout. They've asked for pizza, so I might do some homemade pizzas. don't know, Raven. It either keeps you young or it fucks you up. One or the other. Right, let's do this last doorstep here, and then we'll switch our books, have a look in the book. I'm going to turn the camera around for about 10 minutes, just while we do this little bit. And then we'll bounce down to the Bad Boy Beach Estate. Ah, I love pizza. Pizza's life, Lynn. Love it. No, Julie, I've got pizza baking trays. I just use a standard oven. But I use a bread maker to make the pizza bases, and it's lovely. Right then, let me just have a quick look at the book. Ah, love it, Lynn. Love it, love it, love it. Right, turn the camera around a little bit. I don't know why that idiot commented on gun violence. I ignored it. I'll be honest with you, Raven. It's irrelevant to a milkman doing his milk round. You know what I mean? That's your classic example of a comment that someone makes for attention, for a shout out, for me to notice them, when all they've got to do is just come in and say hello. You know what I mean? Attention-seeking comments I always ignore, especially if they're irrelevant, nothing to do with what we're talking about. You know, I often tell people that do things like that, if you want to talk about a subject, go live. Don't try and take over my live with whatever your narrative is. I'm not interested. Hey, Chominator, you can't really see much. The light's shit, mind you. Not really very much to look at, to be fair. Ultimately, what you find is people want to talk to the host, and I get that, and I don't mind. I just wish people would say hello rather than trying to make up some sort of weird, convoluted message because they think it'll grab my attention and I'll speak to them. Just say hello. But sadly, not everybody that goes live speaks to their audience, whereas I do, you know, good or bad. One thing that's fascinating about going live is watching human psychology, the way people behave, the way they'll talk, the way they'll try and interact with you. But yeah, generally, when someone just makes a random off-the-cuff comment about nothing to do with the live, I'll just ignore it. And I won't even give them a shout out. It's just the way I am. I can't be asked. Just come and say hello. Don't be weird, just come and say hello. Oh, I've had that a million times, Cho. Do you remember me? And you go, no. I used to be called, well, how do you expect me to fucking remember you then? If you've changed your name, you fucking donut. I've had that a million times. Also, Cho, you'll get it off people that have just come on the live and made one comment. They'll turn back up 6 months later and go, do you remember me? No, I don't. It's weird. I guess the ones that expect you to remember them, you don't, and then you tend to remember all the rest. I don't really forget people, especially ones I've spoken to a fair bit. Jeff, JLB, aloha! My man, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. And what you'll see eventually, Cho, is that someone will come on that I haven't spoken to for a long time, and I will recognise them. I usually do. I'm pretty good for that. Despite the fact that most mornings I can't remember what I've said. Like 2 seconds later, I do remember people. As I say, especially if I've interacted with them a fair bit on the live, you know. Let's go, JLB, my man. I'm jealous. Wish I was doing that. I was sat with Haley doing that last night, which was nice. I think she's quite getting into having a little cheeky smoke with me. Thank you, Raven. But yeah, I'm not ZZ Top. I don't play a musical instrument. I'm not in a band. I've just got a beard. I'm glad I growed it as well. I'm just annoyed that I got it cut. It was about this time last year. That was a big mistake. Now I'm trying to get it to grow back to epic status again. It takes me ages to grow hair because I'm blonde, fair haired. Oh, I was absolutely distraught, if I'm honest with you, Scottish Mike, when I had that beard trim last year. Yes, I do remember Blockbusters. The video shop. We used to have one in Colwyn Bay. Aldo, thank you, buddy. Right, let's get this last one done, and then we'll get out of Dodge. I can turn the camera back round, and we'll get crack-a-lacking. Yeah, boy. Mr. Oxlong, Mike, oh, my man, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Right, that's that book finished with. We don't need that again now. Right then, where are we at? I wouldn't know. I haven't seen him, Maiko. He's not been on for a good while, Invisible Man Mike. I think the last 2 times that he's come on, he's been very quiet. He's only left a couple of comments, so I don't know what he's up to just lately. I'm sure he'll be back on at some point. But we'll get out of Dodge. I'll turn the camera back round. We'll get crack-a-lacking, yeah boy. I'm gonna have a little sip of me chocolate milk as well, I think. I'm a little bit thirsty. He's the Invisible Man. Do you remember that? With Chevy Chase in the 80s, the Invisible Man. Funny. And then they brought it back with Kevin Bacon, the Hollow Man. Do you remember? Yeah, Chevy Chase, the Invisible Man, funny. I used to love Chevy Chase. It's, well, sad because he looks fucking old as dust now. But yeah, I love Chevy Chase. Nargiza, good morning. I don't know whether I've pronounced that right. I hope I have. Welcome in, buddy. Lawnmower Man with Jeff Fahey. Yeah, I remember that. He was a retard, wasn't he? And then something happened and then he became super intelligent and shit. And then he was banging the woman that he was cutting the grass for and shit. Yeah, I remember that. That's the only film I remember with that actor in, Jeff Fahey. I don't know what else he did. It was alright, Julie. I can't remember if I went to the pictures to watch that. You don't English. Well, you're probably wasting your time talking to me then, aren't you? No, geezer. Is that right, Maiko? What was Bill Murray doing there? I like Bill Murray. Crafty Clark, thank you, buddy, for the chili. Feels weird being here in the dark because obviously later on we're going to deliver down here with the newspapers and it's daylight. It just feels weird in the dark. Anyway, we continue. What's there? What happens there, Mike? I've heard of it. a drink of the chocolate milk before I forget. Is that right, Raven? I didn't know that. Wales, in the UK, Nargisa. North Wales. Yeah, Mama and Papa TTM, they're coming round at the weekend, Mikey. Hey, Sherry Allen, my little sister from another mister. Good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, man? But yeah, it just feels weird being here in the pitch black. It's getting daylight a little later now, as we've gone past the longest day, and we're used to finishing off on here on the paper round, so it just looks weird in the dark. You have to kind of acclimatise yourself again, get used to being in the dark, which is my preference, as you all know. Ooh, I don't know what that was. I think I've just ripped the fabric on the car seat. Oh well. Oh Jesus, sounds lovely apart from the shark bit, Mike. Well, welcome back in, Sherry. Good to see you as always. I hope Caleb's doing well. Yeah, same as me round here, Mike. I just stay away from town. I hate the tourists. Awesome sauce, Sherry. Right, onwards we continue. I don't think we're doing too badly for time. I don't think I'm particularly late or early. Why Brighton in particular, Raven? What tickles your fancy there? Thank you, Valerie. Valerie, call on me, call on me. Valerie, come and see me. I'm the same pleb I've always been. Bam! Good morning, Valerie. Welcome in, buddy. So you like a bit of Brighton, do you, Raven? Nice. So yeah, Quadrophenia back in the day, yeah. Exactly, Cho. Well, that's irony for you, isn't it? Maiko. Right, onward, Macduff. We continue. We'll get this one done, then we can switch out boots, have a quick look in the book. We'll get crack-a-lacking again, yeah boy. Be nice to get another early finish today. Just have to see how we go. Right, onward, let's go. You need to get yourself a laptop cooler, like I said the other night, Walter. If you just go on Amazon and type in laptop cooler, and then you can sit your iPad on it, it should help keep it cool. I use it when I'm racing on my four of my phones. I have to use a laptop cooler to keep them cool. The problem is, Walter, if it's a slightly older iPad, it's obviously struggling. They heat up, they overheat. iPhones have a tendency to do that. Apple equipment, you know. But yeah, get yourself a little laptop cooler. You can get one for about 20-30 quid. And then that should help you. Right, Walter. Yo, mate, let me show you this. Hang on. So that's what you need, Walter. One of these. This is the one I bought. A laptop cooler, yeah? And this one, it leans up. So you can have your laptop at an angle or your iPad at an angle. But that's what you need to get. See how it sits up, look? It's pretty handy for that. So there you go, look. £20. We can get them in different colours. £20. Does a bit, doesn't it, Cho? Right, let's go. Just a caravan site and a bar. Less densely populated, Raven, which means less dickheads throwing trash on the floor. Plus, it's a little town. It's not a big city, so yeah, that's why it appears clean. Stratford-upon-Avon. Who was it from there? Shakespeare, was it, or something, Julie? Right, got you. Yeah, I thought it was Mike. Right then, onward, Macduff. We continue. Let's go. Let's get this job done. Right, onward, Macduff. We continue. Let's go. Now, I tell you what. Obviously, the cloud is a bit thicker this morning, but fuck me, look how black it is and dark. Crazy. Right, let's get this one done and then we'll have a little look at the boot. Who's Max, Julie? Is that your husband? No, what happens is, Raven, I don't really drop bottles very often. It does happen every now and again, and what you tend to find is I won't drop a bottle for months, then all of a sudden I'm chucking them all over the place. But no, what you tend to find is my instant reaction to dropping a bottle is my foot will move out and I'll try and catch it on my foot. Oh, your air conditioning setting, that's max. Right, got you. But yeah, I've saved many an empty bottle and a full bottle by catching it on my foot. It's just a knee-jerk reaction, just the same as if on the very, very rare occasion that I fall over, which has happened probably less times than I've got fingers, you don't fall on your hands. Your brain is quick enough to realise when you do what I do to not fall on your hands, and I'll turn onto my shoulder and do a spectacular TikTok Milkman gymnastic forward roll. Right, let's go. Let it roll. Get bold. Do I wear grippy gloves? No. The only time I wear gloves is fingerless gloves in the winter, Raven. And I have to wear fingerless gloves because I have to shove my fingers in bottles. So. But normally I don't really feel the cold that much, Raven. I'm lucky like that. Plus you'd be surprised, the more active you are, you'd be surprised how warm it keeps your hands, despite the fact that you're handling cold objects, i.e. milk bottles that have been in the fridge. Yeah, little fingerless ones. Oh, they're fucked. I need to get a new pair for this winter, Mike. My fingerless gloves, yeah, they're goosed. Right then, onwards we continue. Like I say, it's dying to rain, but I don't know why it won't. You know why those clouds are holding on to the water. Not that I'm complaining, I don't want it to rain. But it does need to happen just to clear the air, you know? Cool things down. Right, back up, cause it's on NATE. Right, onward, Macduff, we continue. It does when it gets going, Raven, but it doesn't seem to want to get going tonight, so I'm not going to complain. Hopefully it'll rain later. Oh, that sounds good. Julie, are you going to that? Fucking hell, Walter, you're luckier than me, lad. I won eight quid on the Powerball last Saturday. And then I spent 8 quid on 2 more tickets. I think I've already lost. I can't even remember what day I fucking put it on for. But that Powerball looks like it's good to play because it's big money if you win. Fair enough, Julie. I gotta be honest, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch cricket. It's fucking boring. I don't mind watching edited highlights where you're watching one bowl after the other, but what a fucking boring game. That then over 5 days, often they decide to play for a draw. I'm not being funny. What other sport in the world plays for a draw? You know, that purposely doesn't play to win. That's not sport for me. That's just fucking dumb. So yeah, I'm not really a cricket fan. Never have been. Happy days, Raven, happy days. Oh, is that right, Julie? Bunch of posers, eh? Well, as long as there's any excuse to have a few beers in it, me Julie. Let your hair down. Have a blow the froth off a couple. That sounds good to me, Julie. Excellent. They can fuck off about playing cricket. I'm getting smashed on rum. Fuck it. Right, onwards, we continue. Last lost boy, good morning, welcome in, buddy. Thou shalt not bleed. You're more than welcome, buddy. We talk to everybody on this live, mate. So welcome in, the last lost boy. I'm all good in the hood, mate. All good in the hood. Just busy working away. Got to pay the piper, haven't you? Right, back up, because it's on NATE. We're doing good for time this morning, might be a little bit early, who knows? It's not a difficult day today. It's not a long day neither, really. Yep, that's me, buddy. One of the taglines off an advert years and years ago. Nice cold, ice cold milk. And that takes me back to the 80s, I'd say. I think, when they used to have that advert. I do, yeah. I don't sell very many though. I've got a couple of chocolate flavoured milks, but it's me that's drinking them. It's not very popular. I have tried to promote it, but my customers don't seem interested in flavoured milk. I'll drop you one off in Airwolf later, Mr. Lost Boy, when I'm doing all my national and international deliveries. I'll throw one on the back for you as well, Julie. You take care. The Last Lost Boy. Have a great night. Thank you for your support, my man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers, buddy. Can't believe how dark it is with this cloud cover this morning. Fucking hell, it's black as the ace of spades. Awesome sauce, lovely words. Thank you, The Last Lost Boy. Cheers, buddy. You take care, my man. You know what, Julie? How nice for someone to be that polite for once. You know what I mean? Someone saying thank you for taking the time to speak to me. Very nice. I like that. It's a shame a lot more people aren't that humble that come on the live. I love that, Julie. For me, that's how going live should be. It should be like that with people, but sadly, there's just too many nasty shitbags in the world. Super Ale, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How's it going, my man? Yes, Walter. For a little bit, Joe, yeah. Yeah, lovely person, Raven. It's nice. It's a refreshing change to be spoken to like that, to be honest. Because as you saw earlier, I just got a barrage of being called a wanker and a melt and whatnot from, well, I ignored the person, but yeah, very nice. Join the club, Super Ale. It is what it is, Raven. You know what I mean? You know what to expect when you go live. But it's just sad that people think because they're not going to bump into you that they can behave like an arsehole. It's a sad world with lots of sad, lonely bell-end dickheads in it. Oh, Jesus. What the hell have they got to fall out about, though, Cho? You know what I mean? Weird. Exactly, Raven. It's sad though, isn't it, Cho? You know, you come on here to provide a bit of entertainment for people and you just suffer a barrage of abuse. It's crazy. You've got to be a certain kind of temperament to handle it. Me, I've got skin thicker than a fucking rhino and an elephant put together. I literally couldn't give a shit what people say to me. I'm not asked. Why would I be arsed by words on a screen that are just completely meaningless from a faceless profile? You know, that's what makes me laugh about these idiots that think they're upsetting you or triggering you or making you angry or what have you. I just laugh my head off and forget about them. It's funny because they confuse engagement with being triggered, you know. Just because I speak to people, they think I'm triggered. It's just easy content. Thank you, Raven. I'll be honest, Super Ale. I make a point sometimes of the troll removing itself. Because there's no better feeling than when a troll just fucks off on its own volition because they realised finally they can't get to you. And that's what I tend to do, rather than block. There you go, Cho. Main character syndrome, as always. What you tend to find is they'll be homophobic. They'll be racist, they'll call you a nonce, and then after that, the name calling starts. It's usually one of those in whichever order with people that troll. That's about all you get. They just try and say what they think is the most sensational thing, so they'll mention Muslims or gay people and whatnot. You'll be called a nonce, a pedo, this, that, the rest of it, and then they'll just start calling you names, because that's all they've got. That's all they've got to try and hit you over the head with. You know. Exactly, Julie. What I will say, Julie, is this, though. As much as you guys will always have my back when I'm encountering a troll, it's better for me if you guys just ignore it. Because when a bunch of people start getting involved and talking to the troll, you then start to feed it. And it makes it impossible for me to get rid of it if you lot are talking to it. You know what I mean? Nah, I can't be arsed with people that bring shit down, Cho. I hate that. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I have I've got a bunch of techniques that I use to get rid of trolls. But when the chat starts engaging, that's it. I'm powerless. I can't do anything to get rid of it then. So my preference is if the chat don't get involved, just leave it to me. But the thing is, you see, Julie, people get involved with trolls, but the trolls generally aren't talking to them, they're talking to me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of not the chat's fight, if you get me. But yeah, as soon as the chat starts on a troll, I can't get rid of it then. And then I tend to have to block it, you know what I mean? Whereas if the chat doesn't get involved, I'll play with it, I'll tease it, I'll take the piss out of it, and generally I'll just make it go on its own volition. That's what I tend to do. But what people don't realise is when they're trying to defend and protect me, all you're doing is keeping the troll entertained and keeping it on the live. Because that's what they want. They want attention because they're lonely and sad. what I've realised is trolls, they're no different to subscribers. They want exactly the same attention, but for negative reasons. I often don't block them, Joe. I just let them go on. I make them go on their own volition. I embarrass them out, or I just let them talk to themselves till they get bored of it. Yep, tell me about it, Raven. Tell me about it. But the sad thing is, they want the exact same kind of attention that you guys want. They want to speak to the host. They want to boss the live, be main character, you know what I mean? But they do it in a negative way. Yeah, I have a bunch of techniques that I use with trolls, and as you all know, I'm undefeated. There won't be a troll that ever defeats me, because ultimately God gave me the block button, so yeah, happy days. My name's Cho. When they come back for round 2, they get blanked. If you watch me long enough, Cho, what you'll see is, because obviously I've got 2 channels, and often they'll bounce into the second channel. But I never shine the light more than once. Once I've given a roasting to a troll, if it comes back, after it's already left, if it comes back on another day, I'll block it with the first comment. I only shine the light once. That's it, with a troll. Well, they think they're going after an easy target with me, Raven, but sadly, they're very mistaken. Yeah, the thing with the trolls, they make me laugh because they have one encounter with me. They see me live and realise, oh, hang on, he hasn't blocked me. And they want to come back in and have the same again, you know what I mean? But as soon as they talk, I just go, poof, block. See you later. Again, it's just one of the things that I do. That I've always done as far as trolls are concerned, you know. No, they generally don't, Raven, and nor do I. I don't speak to people in real life the way I speak on the live, unless someone does actually speak to me like that, but it doesn't happen, you know what I mean? They're all fucking brave behind the keyboard on the other side of the planet, aren't they? Correct, Raven, correct. Right, we continue. We'll get these next couple of customers done, and then we'll have a quick look at the book and get crack-a-lacking. Right, let me quickly switch our books. We'll have a quick look in the book now. Hang on. Where are we at? I have no idea what that is unless you're talking about what are they called? Morty and what's his face? Rick and Morty. Oh, I've not seen it, mate. Not seen it. I don't really watch a great deal of television, to be truthful, Cho. I generally watch what Hayley puts on. I'm too busy doing book work, or I'm playing my game or something. Norma, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Mark Steely, my man. Good morning. Welcome in, Mark. She must know what she's doing then, Cho. Thank you, Mark. Cheers, buddy. Right, onward, McDuff. Let's go. Look how dark it still is. Bloody hell. Bit of cloud cover. It's like we're fucking working in the darkness of space tonight. Or this morning, I should say. Can't Can't wait to get finished, as always. Swamp People, that sounds familiar. I haven't watched it, but it sounds familiar. Kind of shows I like, Cho, like Alaskan shows, you know, sustenance living off the land, building cabins, that kind of thing. I love all that kind of shit. I'm just not capable of doing it. I've got the work ethic, I just don't have the dexterity or the skills or the knowledge, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd love to have a go at something like that. Yeah, I like to watch homesteading shows, you know, people that homestead. You know, they've got their own livestock and they grow their own food and whatnot. I like that kind of thing. It fascinates me. I would love to live like that, but I don't have the skills. Raven, I usually stay up for about an hour and I try and wind down before I go asleep. You're like Lynn then, Julie. She watches a lot of murder shows. Alphonse, don't shoot the messenger. I can't help if your mum loves my endless supply of juicy fertile cream. Grizzly Adams, wasn't it, Walter? The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams. I used to love that show. Kerry, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How are you, man? I'm all good and hood, thank you, Kerry. How you doing, buddy? Hayley used to pen pal with death row inmates years ago. She's fascinated by that kind of stuff. You know, the serial killers. I can't remember which one it was she was talking to. I'm sure she was talking to a famous one. But she's fascinated by all that kind of stuff. She loves documentaries on that kind of shit. I'll be honest, I don't think they think a great deal differently to us, Julie. They just have no conscience in terms of hurting people. Yeah, I love Louis Theroux. I've watched him since he came on the scene 25 odd years ago. Cho. I've always liked Louis Theroux, but I do find he has a very patronising, condescending way of interviewing people, but he's very clever with it. And they can't tell, but me as the viewer watching it from the outside, he's very patronising. You know, tries to come across as dumb when he's asking probing questions, you know. No, he knows he's doing it, Cho. He knows full well what he's doing. He gets away with it because he comes across as so soft-natured, you know what I mean? And he's not in your face or pressing your buttons. No, Piers Morgan's just a twat. He's a wanker. And he does it for the sake of it. He does it for sensationalism. I don't like Piers Morgan at all. I never have. Horrible piece of shit. He does have some valid points, and he's very good at arguing it. I just don't like him. I think he's nasty. He's got a sadistic little fucking side. He is super ale. I remember when he was like the editor for the News of the World before he even came on television, and he was a wanker then. I think he does, Julie. But he's good at arguing. He brings up some fair points, and I do agree with a lot of some of the stuff he says. But I just don't like him. Exactly, Super Ale. They need to give the fucking head a wobble. I don't know. He was on it. Or he was on one of them or something, Raven, but I don't know whether he got fired or not. Right, we continue. I suppose they are in terms of famous is Cho, but me personally, I'd rather be liked than disliked. You know, given the choice, bottom line is, Cho, I really don't give two shits what strangers think of me. I'm not asked. You know, in the scheme of my life, strangers are irrelevant, you know what I mean? But obviously I'd prefer to be liked than not. They do bring ratings, Julie, but it does tell you a lot about a person that can behave in that manner. Basically, for clout chasing, you know. Right, let's get this last doorstep done round here and we can get out of Dodge. You know, people that are nasty for the sake of it, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. What you tend to find with me, I'm an energy person. I'll return energy. It's a phrase that Haley coined. I'll give you the energy back that you give me. So that's kind of how I treat people. Certainly on the live, anyway. There you go, Cho. I thought I'd finish that off for you. OD, good morning. Right then, let's switch our books, have one last look at the book, and we'll get crack-a-lacking. Yeah, boy, nearly finished now, 25 minutes max. All right, eyes down looking, let's go. All right then, me Julie. You have a great sleep, a great day. Thank you for your support as always, Julie. And hopefully we'll catch you in the AM, my little sister from another mister. Take care, Julie. I think she would have stayed a bit longer if Walter's Angels were around, but yeah. The Angels don't seem to be here today. Maria's passed out, Kelly's not in, Samantha's not in. Lynn's gone quiet, so I'm wondering if Lynn's fell asleep now. I'm not sure we could avoid. We're back at the depot today. I'm sort of on time-ish, so yeah, we might have to go back to the depot. No idea, Cho. She hasn't said anything. She's not been on the live all week. She has left comments on the shorts. She made a comment in the line-up group. I don't know what she's doing, mate. there's nothing wrong with her, Cho. She's a grown-ass woman. She just hasn't come on the live, that's all. But I don't know what's happening with this New Zealand trip. I don't know whether she's going. I don't know whether it's fell through. I don't know. Until she comes on and speaks to us, none of us know. No, she's posted a couple of comments and she's posted in the line-up group, but we just haven't seen her on the live for the last 4 mornings, that's all. Thank you, Jominator, my man. It's quiet this morning. It's been quiet all morning. Hey, Dougie. Welcome in, buddy. How are you, mate? I'm all good in the hood, thank you, Dougie. Good to see you as always, my man. He's feeling awesome. Did you get laid last night? I wish. Right, onwards, McDuff. Let's go. So we've only got about 10 or 15 minutes left and then we're finished on the milk. We're too early to get the papers. You can't print off the delivery sheets till 5:15. So yeah, it's looking more than likely that we're going to have to go back to the depot, which I wanted to avoid, but at least if we go back to the depot, when I come back, I should be able to grab, at the very minimum, 1 paper round. And then by the time I've done that, the rest will be ready, or at least 4 out of the 5 remaining will be ready, you know, and then I can pick the last one up when we swing by for a second time. Right, let's go. I don't mess about, Dougie. You know me, mate. I'm all about the early finish. Yeah, boy. That's the beauty of being self-employed. I'm not time restricted. You know, I don't clock on and clock off at certain times. I get finished as soon as I'm done, so it's in my best interest to hurry the fuck up. That's the way I look at it anyway. Right, let's put the lamp on charge. Where's the plug socket? Where is it? Man, oh man, I've got that many frigging cables. It does piss me off. Nah, there's no messing with me, Raven. A lot of people have 2 speeds, slow and stop. Mine's hurry the fuck up. I've always been like it. I get it off me dad, I guess. In fact, I probably didn't know I was like that until I started working with dad. And then he's subliminally, his work ethic has rubbed off on me, you know. And I'm the same now. I'm taking my hat off as well. It's giving me a fucking headache. Oh, my hair is getting that long now that I can actually feel the weight of it pulling on the bobble that's in my hair for me ponytail. What's happening next month, Dougie? Sounds good. Are you going anywhere? Or have you just got a week off? Oh, I wish I knew how that felt. Long time since I had time off. I do remember my last week off, but yeah, nearly 18 years ago. That's fucking mental. Going to Quebec. Very nice. That's Canada, isn't it? Dougie? We are they French speaking there? French Canadian there, Dougie? It's fucking mental, Boston Mike. But yeah, you have a great time. I will say, Dougie, I'm jealous. I'd love to visit Canada. That country fascinates me. Right, 5 more doorsteps, then we out of here. Our Canadians are amazing, Dougie. And it's an amazing country as well. It's beautiful there. Absolutely fucking stunning. Parts of the world that are untouched or even stepped foot in by humans, you know what I mean? I think that's amazing. Right, let's get this job finished. Amazing, Dougie, amazing. Right, let's get these last couple finished. And then we'll hurry up and get back to the depot. We're too early for the papers. Let's go! Fu Manchu, yeah boy. Don't know how many more songs I can link to the Chominator. I think I've given it a good go. You fucking love it, lad. You're my content, Cho. I'm going to use you for every laugh I can get my hands on. Mind you, to be fair, on my life, that kind of goes for anybody that dares to speak. Potentially content for me. It's getting there slowly, Raven. Bit cloudy today, though. You're 5 hours behind, Dougie. It's just turned 5 AM for me. So Raven's 6 hours behind. Yeah, but it's 5 o'clock. Bang on the nose. Right, we'll go and deliver milk to the shop. But obviously, we can't do anything about the paper rounds. So we're going to deliver, and then we'll get back to the depot. We'll get finished up, and then we'll come back. By the time I get back, I predict I'll have one paper round ready to go. Or I'll just have to get one ready to go, and then we'll bounce out and go and do it. Yeah, he's not ready. The papers are here though, so that's good. That means chances are he'll be well ready when I come back. So let me get this done. We'll get on the road. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Right, sorry about that. He was in the back. And then I got in. For some reason, the fridge where I leave the milk's been practically emptied. And the shutters were up on it. So I would say that that's out of order. So I've just had to stove all the milk into a soft drinks fridge. So there must be an issue with a couple of the fridges. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? What should I do? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Woo! Sky, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, man? So that's it. The milk's finished. Papers are there. He'll crack on and get shit ready now. He won't mess about. So by the time we get back, we can jump on the paper rounds. Yeah, boy. Maybe get an early finish. Well, I probably won't be so early now because I've got to waste this half an hour going back to the depot, but it's better to be doing something than just sat outside the shop. You know what I mean? Let's go, Sky. Join the club. I can't get no. You know what, Joe? I love emojis, but 99.9% of the time, I can't tell what the fuck they are. Is that a newspaper? They're that little. What's new, pussycat? I can never tell what they are. Yeah, it's horrible, Sky. Very muggy, and for some reason it seems determined to not rain. The newspapers, are they? Right, I'm telling, my eyesight's fucking shit, Joe. This is why I prefer stickers to emojis. You can see what they are. But then again, you can't send stickers on a live chat, can you? Right, we haven't got air conditioning because it doesn't work, but I'm just going to circulate some of the cool air from outside. It's spat, Sky. That's kind of all it's done, is spit. But for some reason, despite you can see that the clouds are full of rain, it just does not want to drop its ass. They're too small for me, Joe. I can never see what they are. It's annoying. And there's no option to make the chat bigger. You used to be able to make the chat bigger on TikTok. You could swipe to the right or something, and the chat would be big, you know. Because I don't really need to see what's on camera. All I need to do is be able to read. Yep, it's what keeps happening, Sky. It's like the sun's melting it. What should I do? Why should I care? Well, just think about it this way. I always like to take positives from negatives, Sky. And the less sleep you get, the more time you get on the live. Yeah! See? Every cloud has a silver lining and all that bollocks. I think that's what's happening, Sky. Drop that rain and I'll melt you, you bastard. Let's get this done anyway. We'll get back, we'll get on the... I think it was a lot of people, Sky, to be fair. I like to describe this life as an escape. You know what I mean? You can escape from your problems or from the real world. Just come on the live and have a laugh. Oh, well, more than blind bats, we're a pair of old twats, Chominator. But yeah, the lives are great for, you know, time filling. Exactly, and I completely understand, Sky. It's like a little escape from reality, you know, you can forget about anything that's upsetting you for a while. I think more than anything, Joe, it's the fact that I will talk to people. And not only that, I'll talk all night. And I think you've realised that now, that I will talk to you all night. It's just how I am. Yeah, I keep all the best people, Chominator, you know me. I weed out the bell ends and I keep the cream of the crop. Yeah, boy. So we do have a good bunch on here. All with a similar sense of humour as well, and they all put up with me being a prick, so I can't complain. Yeah, we got some good people here, to be fair, Sky, we really have. Creme de la creme of the chess world in a show with everything but you, Brinner. I get my kicks above the waistline, Chominator. Yeah, such an easy day today. Less than 4 hours, fucking hell, crazy. For the milk. Stuck at the lights as always. God damn it. These will go green, the next set they'll go red. It's fucking stupid. You think one would follow the other, but no, just look, there you go, look. Boom, doesn't work like that on here. It seemed to take ages to get to the light bit, Joe, because it's cloudy, makes it look a lot darker, you know? Really showing that we're way past the longest day of the year, you know? Getting back to how I like it, Joe, in the dark, milk ninja-ing. Roll on autumn, that's what I say. Roll on Halloween. 2 more months. Right, let's get this van unloaded, make a note of the stock, sort the recce out, and then we can get off to the newspapers. Sounds good to me, Chominator. that sounds like a lot of good fun, that, Sky. Right, let's get the job done. Make like a shepherd. Get the flock out of here. Are you kidding? The bread man's left the fridge like that. Are you fucking joking? I hope there's a staff member here. I best go and check. Let's fill a recce sheet out. Put a few bits and blobs ready for the morning. And Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We can get crack-a-lacking. Last day of July tomorrow. Woo! Friday. Mr. Glenn Miller, he's in the mood. Good morning, Glenny. Right, then let me take a quick picture of this. Send it to Father. There we go. Right, now let me get this recce in the fridge, sort a few bits for the morning, then we're out of it. Right, let's get these books put away and we can get on the road. I used to live in Melbourne, Derbyshire, Cho. I've been to Donington lots of times as a kid. Excuse me. Soup bleeds. Oh, Bradistan, you mean Sky? I've heard of Market Harborough, yeah. Glenny. I've never been to Leeds, Chipotle. But yeah, I lived in Melbourne, Derbyshire for 2 years. It was either 77 to 79 or 78 to 80. It was for 2 years. Dad got promoted again, and then we moved from there to Northampton. Tiny little village, Melbourne. I learned to swim there in a tiny little swimming pool. But yeah, I've heard of Market Harborough. Posh area. I didn't know that. It was a brand new house that my dad bought. It was a brand new build. The estate wasn't finished. Fan of BSP, good morning. Welcome in, buddy. Sorry, tripping over my own teeth. Abel Hansen, my man, g'day. Welcome in, how are you, my man? So what we're gonna do is, baby, let's start again. I'm sick of the same thing, something's wasted every day. But yeah, we're gonna head off to the newsagent now. Once we get there, I'm gonna end the live, we're gonna switch accounts, we'll come back on the baby account, and we'll get the bangarang, we'll get them on the go. It's winter time for Australia, I believe. Abel. Once the weather turns, you'll be like Rocky, you'll be crying that it's cold and raining. You watch. That's me every morning, Sky. You'll get everything done, don't you worry, Sky. Thank you, Joe. Cheers, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Right then, we should be able to pretty much get crack-a-lacking straight away, I'm hoping, on the papers. Thank you, Sky. If he hasn't got any of my rounds ready, the papers will be there to count, you know what I mean? I can get my first round sorted and get on the road. But hopefully, he may have done one of mine, and then we'll come back for the others once we've done the first one. Got into a bit of a rhythm with him now, you know. Sometimes he'll put my first round together, sometimes he doesn't. Makes no difference to me. Papers are there, Glenn. They were there before when I called in at 5 o'clock. So they were there before 5. So it's just a matter of waiting till 1:15, and then he can print off the delivery sheets, and then he can start checking the papers and counting them. So he should have been at that for about 20 minutes now. So I fully expect to have to put my first round together, which is not a problem. And then when I come back in 25 minutes, he'll either have all 5 of them ready that's left, or 4 out of the 5. So we shall find out in a roly-mo. But you know Adrian, he doesn't muck about. He's a good lad. He cracks on with the job, you know. I respect him for that. Right then, I'm going to end the live. We're going to bounce onto the baby account. We're going to get the bangers on the go. And then we're going to finish off strong, like bull, for the last 2 hours. So you all have a great day, whatever you're doing. Big love for the TikTok milkman and I. But it's that time for TTM and I to say... TTM and I... Douche. Out. Take care, guys.